All you hear in the cells when people are fighting is just lockers moving, bunks getting hit. You hear the fists, hitting faces or being blocked, and people wrestling and people getting slammed. And it just sounds like a freaking war going on in the cell because it's such a small, confined space. And you just hear it time and time again. Not just that first day in the dungeon, but every day, all day. About 102 people, I believe, in K3 in the dungeon. I would say probably about 90 people gangbang is affiliated. Everybody in a different set, and all day, every day, fighting, nonstop. Fam, what's going on, man? It's your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast. Today, I'm giving y'all a freebie of my best content. This is my HBO style series, a chronological journey of my 12 years in prison called the Incarceration. Season 1 is all the way out for everybody, but Season 2 is just now coming out. But to access it, you have to become an all-access member to this channel. But this is a clip, a portion of Season 2. It's fire. Like I said, it's a chronological journey of all 12 years in prison, and right now I'm in the middle of JIT camp at Indian River, the worst gladiator school JIT camp in the state of Florida. It's fire. So y'all do me a favor before we go ahead and get into this video. Don't only like this video, but hype this video so it can go viral again. This is hands down my best content. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and again, if you want to watch the rest of the season, you have to become an all-access member to this channel. So let's go ahead and get to it. I can fight. And I can fight pretty good. But as the Lord's transforming my life and I want to live for Jesus and do right, I don't want to live like this anymore. But I already realized that I'm in a situation to where that doesn't matter. And I'm going to have to protect myself. While I'm thinking this, Otis like, dog, I ain't worried about none of that, bro. You ain't getting TOH by nobody. He's like, you already was TOH. I don't know what you mean. He's like, our first day, bro. He's like, man, you crashed, buddy, in front of everybody. I seen that. He's like, man, I'm ahead of a such and such set on this pound. Come to find out, OJ is the head ranking gang member of a certain affiliation at the entire prison. Once again, my luck. But this time, it wasn't bad. It was good. OJ was like, listen, bro, everybody else gotta fight. He's like, but you? He's like, you good, bro. You know what I mean? I already seen you fight. I'm gonna let everybody know, like, you the only one that's not getting in the grid. So I'm like, man, about time I catch a break. About time. Doors roll. One of the dudes steps out of the cell. Oh, y'all new cocks. 1-on-1. Calls him down to the first cell. Not even his cell. This is a cell that apparently is the grid whenever new cocks come in the dorm. So all the new cocks who got there go line up at 1-on-1, and one person at a time goes in the cell that's got a grid. Only person who got to fight is me. And that's when I began to realize, number one, that the favor of God was with me. But also number two, that even though I was about to navigate through some treacherous environments, I began to realize that for the most part, just like in the streets, I'm a likable guy. And I also know a lot of people. And this was a beginning entrance for me in the prison system where I realized that was actually going to help me out a lot. All you hear in the cells when people are fighting is just lockers moving, bunks getting hit. You hear the fists, hitting faces or being blocked, and people wrestling and people getting slammed. And it just sounds like a freaking war going on in the cell because it's such a small, confined space. And you just hear it time and time again. Not just that first day in the dungeon, but every day, all day. About 102 people, I believe, in K3 in the dungeon. I would say probably about 90 people gangbang is affiliated. Everybody in a different set, and all day, every day, fighting, nonstop. And a lot of times, it's not 1-on-1. It's a lot of people getting jumped, a lot of 2-on-2s or 3s-on-5s. all day, every day. No exaggeration. When the police see the fighting, majority of the time, they won't even break it up, won't even look, won't even lock down the dorm, just put a blind eye to it and keep on going. Non-stop chaos all day, every day. No exaggeration. Nothing but yelling, fighting, and occasionally stabbings. One thing I began to realize as well at JIT camp is that people had knives for sure, but they call them fence pokers. Little wire that people unravel off the fence posts. They sharpen it up on the floor and it becomes a knife. But they're small and they're really skinny. So even though they go in and out real quick and real fast and will puncture people, it's not really deadly unless you hit somebody in the jugular or in the eye or something like that. For the most part, I began to realize at JIT camp that stabbings were just to try to get people off the compound. Because normally when people will get stabbed, they go to medical, they go to confinement, and they transfer them to a different JIT camp for their safety. But in adult camp, it's different. At adult prisons, when people are getting stabbed, it's because someone's trying to kill you. But at JIT camp, it was mostly just fighting, locks and socks, locks on belts, people getting hit with lockers, people getting beat up with broomsticks or other objects or trays, dinner trays, lunch trays, a lot of jumping, a lot of fighting, of course. Sometimes you get razor blades to the face. Sometimes people get stabbed. And even though stabbings weren't that common, one thing that was very common was extortion. Canteen! Canteen! Everybody running back to the cells to get their blue canteen bags and going straight to line, going straight to the front of the dorm. Everybody's lining up. Everyone goes outside the dorm. Forward march, your left, your right, left, left, right, your left, right, right. Marching the canteen. Everyone's sounding off, being loud, so that way the police can't complain about us not marching, us not sounding off, so that way they don't send us back in the dorm, because canteen is a privilege. But one thing I began to notice my first day at canteen is especially the few people who were neutrons, who were not gang affiliated, when they hit the window, they only got a couple items. 2 soups, bag of beans, rack of cookies. First, I'm just thinking maybe they just don't got money, especially the skinny white boys, the minority in prison, the white boys. Every now and then you see the white boy go to the line, skinny, kind of scary looking, get a whole canteen bag full. And then, right whenever we get back in the dorm, you see that same white boy with a big old canteen bag go in somebody else's cell. A couple minutes later, you see him come out with that same canteen bag, but only a couple items in it. What just happened? Extortion. He's got to pay rent. He's paying to survive because he's scared. Pulled up on him with knives, told him they don't care about how much money he gets or whatever his situation is. They don't care if he don't have no sex charges, if he don't have no rape charges, whatever. They don't care if he's in here for robbery or for burglary or drugs or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're taking his money and they're letting him know what they're going to get every week, what percent of his income, and that's that. And the extortion was at an all-time high. But for me, once again, about time, luck being in my favor, not only was I unaffiliated, a neutron, I didn't gangbang, but not only did I know my cellie from my first day in prison, I also know about 2 other guys, but not from prison. I knew them from the streets. All right, fam, so this your boy E.I. the King, and this is the Incarceration Podcast. And family, I got a fire HBO-style series on the full episode playlist. It's a chronological journey of my 12 years in prison. It's called The Incarceration. Season 1 has been out, but Season 2 is just now coming out. But to access it, you have to become an all-access member to this channel. And you guys just saw a preview clip of Season 2. So go ahead and become an all-access member, and you can see the rest. And also, if you didn't know, man, I am a rapper. My artist name is E.I. the King. You can find my music wherever wherever you listen to your music at. Go to my artist YouTube channel, EI the King. Go check out my music videos. Follow me on Instagram, EI the King, TikTok, EI the King, EI the King Official, and family. I got 3 other YouTube channels. My official artist channel, EI the King. Go check out my music videos, Real Crime Stories Unlocked, and my newest channel, Low Budget Traveling, where I'm sharing with you, all fellow convicts and everyday average Americans, that it is possible for you and I to travel abroad internationally on a low budget. All the links are going to be at the end of this video. Go ahead and click those links. It's going to take you to my new channels. Subscribe, follow, check out the content. It's fire. And family, we're on the journey to 100,000 subs. Right now we're at 60K. I appreciate all the day one viewers and day one subscribers. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so now. Y'all do me a favor, go ahead and like this video. And for all the convicts watching, man, if you done time in the county jail, state prison, federal prison, you want to share your incarcerated experiences, email me at eithekingbooking@gmail.com or DM me on Instagram at eitheking_. As I interview you, I'll post an interview up on this channel. If you got a YouTube channel, social media, whatever you want to promote, I'll allow you to promote it throughout the interview. So y'all stay tapped in for more fire content to continue to come your way. It's your boy EI the King, and I'm out. Peace.